We are here with Chef Marco from Marco's, which is on Niagara Street in Buffalo. Marco, thanks, of course, for joining us today.
Thanks for having me back.
What are we doing today?
Today we're doing one of my favorite dishes, and to be honest with you, my wife makes this so much better than I do, and I love hers way better, but we're going to do a boneless breast of chicken with white bean, escroll. Man, it doesn't get any better.
So white bean escroll, what exactly is that? Is that just normal white bean or?
No, just cannellini beans. I actually cheated. I used the can. I'm making it easy.
Yeah.
If you want to take the dry beans and soak them.
Because that's probably more realistic for the people at home.
Absolutely. And then escroll is just it's a lettuce.
Okay.
You just chop it. Make sure you wash it really good.
Okay.
It's food safety's key. I'm just using chicken breast.
Looks like
onion.
we do have them a little bit flour.
I got it in the flour. So we're gonna throw it in a pan and cook it down a little bit.
Should people do that beforehand? Get both sides.
You could.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it really matter?
Nope. No, not at all.
What would Mrs. Marco do? Because she's the one who really knows how to make it.
I do so many recipes, but she won't give me this one stupid recipe. So I'm trying to dissect it a little bit and just break it down and go back and go, see, I can make it too.
All right. I interrupted your train of thought. What else? We had some white wine.
White wine, little olive oil, some chicken stock, garlic, a little hot pepper to kick it up, and salt, pepper, some roasted garlic, and we're going to turn this white bean into a second helping. It's super healthy.
Your wife, you were saying, is the one that loves to do this one, so probably a good idea for date night or anything like that, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. We are going to be making this in just a little bit. In the meantime, though, we're going to send it back to you guys. Welcome back. We're joined by our good friend Marco. What are we making here today? I'm going to say it wrong if we try it again.
No,
apologies.
That's okay. It's chicken, white bean, and escrol.
So three separate things, not one word.
Right,
okay.
It's three separate words. This is called, in Italian, in West Side slang Italian, it's scalota.
Okay.
So escroll, it's a lettuce. It's something that we're going to throw in the pan and let it wilt and get soft, almost like a really tough spinach, if that sounds...
This is a sore subject for Marco, but he told us that his wife makes this actually better than him. So you were saying, though, prep time, not really
is really small.
It.
If you cheat a little bit, use canned white beans. The chicken breast is real simple. I mean, everybody does chicken.
Sure.
We're just going to throw it in some flour just to give it a little bit of, coating and a crust, and it'll make our sauce a little thicker, quicker. Little onion.
And this salad, lettuce type thing, they can get that in any type of store.
Yeah, they sell it at the grocery
special?
store. No, it's escrol, and you just cut it up like you do lettuce, and you want to rinse it off real good because it might have a little sand, a little dirt.
Any difference between the canned beans and so if someone was wanting to soak? I don't know why anyone would want to do anything.
I don't
think I've ever done that. I only think I've ever done it out of the can.
I don't know.
With that.
I'm okay with it. I really am. I like to use the juice that it comes in because it actually makes a little more sauce, and there's really not a problem using canned beans.
Okay, so what do we need to do in terms of just kind of getting this ready, and right before we cook it, what do we have to do?
We just open up the beans, get them ready to go into the pan, cut up our lettuce. And,
simple as that.
Simple as that. I mean, I'm a dad on the go.
Yeah.
And I like to make things as quick, as easy as possible. I cook all week long at the restaurant.
Right.
I want to come home and throw something healthy together. This is one of them. This is a great dish.
Start to finish, how long are we looking for this?
Probably 10 minutes, maybe.
That's it?
Yeah, I would say so.
Everything. So there's no prep time, really?
Yeah, I mean, really.
Open up a can of beans.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it. All right, and I'm sure the finished product is going to be amazing, too. We'll send it back to you guys in the meantime. Welcome back. We're making a 3-part dish, but something super easy to make, and Chef Marco's making it for us. What are we doing here?
Super easy, super healthy. Get our pan heated up.
Okay.
About a medium high. We're gonna add a little olive oil. Now the olive oil, the wine, and the chicken stock, the juice from the beans are gonna make our sauce. So I have boneless breast.
Sitting in flour.
Sitting in flour, and the flour we're just gonna dust it off lightly dredge. You were talking about Food Network watching the other day. You'll hear that a lot, and all it is to just dust it in some flour.
Okay.
So we're going to throw it in the pan. You like to get that sizzle going. And while it's sizzling like that, we're going to actually create a crust on one side of the chicken. As you see the chicken cooking, you see that white ring going around the outside.
Yep.
All right, it's almost ready to flip. If you're scared of the chicken, I have pretty thin. You want to temp it out at 165 degrees.
Okay.
So you saw me flip the chicken there. We're going to season our chicken. Little salt. Now I use kosher salt. It's a little thicker in grain.
Yeah.
That way we can control our placement of salt.
Any difference in taste between the two if no one's ever done it?
Not really. It's not as strong or pungent.
Okay.
Put a little pepper on our chicken.
There we go. Kick it up a little bit.
Kick it up a little bit with some chilies. Again, I don't travel without garlic. We're going to throw some garlic in there.
And doing it in between them, I'm noticing there. So they sit in the olive oil?
They sit in the olive oil, it gets the flavor, everything is inside. So we're gonna take the white beans that we opened in a can. These are just,
Little flame.
wasn't supposed to do that. These are just cannellini beans or northern beans.
Again, for those of you just joining us, Marco did say that his wife actually makes him better than this. So
She does.
we're letting him try at least.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's gonna be watching this. Why didn't you do this? Why did you do that?
I know. I put a little twist on it, and I put chicken in hers. She just does hers straight.
Okay.
You know, white beans and Escrol, and then puts them over elbow macaroni, which is
You gotta add a little protein to it and a little more protein.
a little more
Obviously,
protein.
besides the
Yeah,
white beans.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So we add a little onion to it, and then here's our Escrol.
Okay.
We're just gonna throw it in the pan.
See, okay, so I wasn't expecting that. I thought we were maybe gonna put something over the top. So what is this gonna do to our greens there?
This is gonna wilt. So what I'm gonna do is
we want it to wilt.
We want it to wilt.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give it a little something to help it wilt.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna squeeze a little lemon right over the top of that lettuce. We use a little white wine.
Any preference?
If you don't drink it, don't cook with it.
So you obviously want to, you know, if you have like a certain Chardonnay,
You
is
know,
that what we're
yeah,
doing
absolutely. It works. You know, Sauvignon Blanc has that nice citrusy flavor to it. I'm using a Spanish wine. It's got a lot of lemon to it, lemon notes to it, and a little bit of vanilla to it. So that gives a nice little hint of flavor.
Okay.
And you can see how the chicken is inside falling in love with that Escrol.
Yes.
And I'm going to add a little chicken stock to it. And this is going to create a nice sauce. It's going to go over the top. And we're going to kick off again. Flavor that Escrol, because the Escrol really doesn't have any flavor to it. But let's season it. Throw in a few cloves of garlic, you know, kind of like Easter egg hunting, you know.
Oh, man.
You get a bite, you think it's a bean, it's really a...
Certain way people want to get the lettuce down. Do they want them to be completely flat? Do you still want a little bit of crispness to it?
No,
What do you want?
you want it cooked.
Okay.
Because it's not a salad. You know, we're doing it almost like a, you know, like a Florentine would be done.
Okay.
So you can see how it's breaking down, and that's a really tough lettuce. And, you know, the texture of it is really tight.
Okay.
It's almost in between like an iceberg.
So you wouldn't want that necessarily just to like add your balsamic to it and have a salad out of it.
You
really
can.
Want to...
Yeah, absolutely you can. Just chop it a little finer. You
I
know,
see.
Just do that. Absolutely. Yeah, you could do that. But you see how simple this is. You could throw this on the stove, put it in a bigger sauce pot, add a little more juice to it.
When we were talking the healthy versions, obviously, too, there's really nothing... I mean, you obviously need your proteins, you need your greens and things like that, and the organic, even, chicken stock in there, and a little olive oil. I mean, I still use olive oil.
Yeah, absolutely. Every day I don't
wise.
use lotion. I use olive oil. And, you know, it's like the new beauty tip. And I'm 72 years old. Every morning I put some olive oil. It is early in the morning, so
How long are we going to be cooking this for?
Well, if you and I continue to talk, probably 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
This is just about done. I mean, the chicken itself is done. If you're scared of it, like I said, grab yourself a thermometer, 165 degrees.
Yeah.
Or just grab a knife and cut it. And you want to see it be white all the way through. You know. See, it's medium well, basically. You know, give it another second.
Super easy. You were saying start to finish, easy, 10, 15 minutes.
Yes, you know, 10 to 15 minutes. And to plate it up, you can do it family style. Can you turn that oven off or that flame off for me?
Yeah, you got it.
You can do it family style and put it on a big platter. Throw some Parmesan cheese on top if you like.
There we go.
And just, you know, really simple, just a lovely dish. It's great for the cold. It's great for the summer.
Oh, I can imagine that.
It's a super
especially
date
during
night.
like a cold night. Sure.
You know, my kids love it. You know, and getting the kids to eat stuff like this is just the goal. Should be the goal in every household.
Looks great. Looking forward to trying it. We'll have a second helping coming up in just a little bit. Welcome back. We're joined by Chef Marco. We made a greens and beans variation.
Yeah,
with a little bit of
absolutely.
chicken. And I got to say, I tried this just a little bit ago. That chicken is so moist and so tender. So what are we doing with our second helping?
Well, the second helping, we're going to take our beans, the white beans. We'll throw them in a blender with a little bit of olive oil, some tahini if you'd like. It's a sesame paste.
Okay.
Some garlic, some lemon. We're going to make a hummus. And it's real simple. I mean, you can make your own flavors. Throw some roasted garlic in there, pepper, whatever you like. We're using a naan bread.
Yeah.
Not, you know, like naan bread, like it's not really bread.
N-A-N, I believe, right? Yeah.
So we're going to olive oil it up. We're going to take one of these cool little silicone brushes that you guys have here, and we're going to brush it, throw it on the grill.
I can hear it going already with the olive oil.
So all we're going to do is just get that nice and hot.
Okay.
So then what we're going to do is we're going to take our chicken out, and if you like, I mean, these are like basically like a little pizza you can make for the kids after school, you know? If you got leftovers, we're going to chop up our chicken.
It's super tender, too. Like I say, I tried a little bit of that. It is just Ready to go, absolutely.
Ready to go. And you can see
Nice
that the
grill
nice
marks.
grill marks on it already. And you know what? I'll make it right in here. So just keep it hot. And our hummus, we're just going to spread on there. You know, again, the healthy way, the healthy choice. I'm staying away from the mayonnaises and stuff like that. And you just want to kind of throw that on there.
Well, and if someone doesn't want to make it, there's so many different options now too. There's
you can
garlic
get-
flavored, there's
absolutely.
red pepper flavored hummus, and for those who haven't tried it, I recommend it. I mean, it's like you said, I use it on a spread for even like tuna fish sandwiches.
Oh, most definitely. You know, here's the chicken diced up. And then here's the leftover escroll that we have. And you could top that with a little grated Parmesan, or, you know, even if you want to take it another step further, if you want to melt maybe some mozzarella over the top, that, you know, comes out basically like a pizza. And it's a simple entree. It's a great lunch. It's a super snack, super healthy.
That is going to be my lunch. Marco, always a pleasure.
Hey, man,
Thanks
nice
so
seeing
much.
you.
All right.
Thanks for having me.
Marco's on Niagara. Back to you guys.